Chapter 3, Decide to Trust God. And recently, I've noticed if I quiet myself, if I actually do the practice of being still and knowing that He is God, acknowledging Him and what I'm seeking His guidance in, then He speaks. He gives me impressions of what to do, or He brings things to my memory that will lead me to do the right action. Okay, we're going to start with the story in Daniel. Daniel 6, verses 20 through 21. And when he came to the den and to Daniel, he cried out in a voice of anguish. The king said to Daniel, "O Daniel, servant of the living God, is your God, whom you serve continually, able to deliver you from the lions?" Then Daniel said to the king, "O king, live forever." So obviously, some haters got Daniel thrown into the lion's den. And the king thought for certain, because pretty much everyone else who's thrown in there is instantly done, right? The lions are hungry, so they just tear up whatever is thrown in there. But Daniel survived. Why? He decided to trust God. Trust that He's leading you. Trust that if you do His ways, and His laws are above every law, there's 10 basic ones, you should know them, they're like the 10 commandments. If you trust in His ways and His laws, He's there. He's there to protect you. He's there to restore you. He's there to bring you to the next step. Okay, the next verse is the miracle of the wine, water to wine. This is in John chapter 2, verses 4 through 10. Jesus said to her, and this is His mama that He's talking to, "Dear woman, what is it that you... what is it that to you..." in Amplified version. "Dear woman, what is that to you and to me? What do we have in common? Leave it to me. My hour to act has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Whatever he says to you to do, do it." Now there were 6 water pots of stone standing there, as a Jewish custom of purification, ceremonial washing pots, demanded, holding 20 to 30 gallons apiece. Jesus said to them, "Fill the water pots with water." So they filled them up to the brim. Then He said to them, "Draw some out now and take it to the manager of the feast, to the one presiding, the superintendent of the banquet." So they took him some. And when the manager tasted the water just now turned into wine, not knowing where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, he called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone else serves the best wine first, and when people have drunk freely, then he serves that which is not so good. But you have kept back the good wine until now." Okay, so I really, really love this story because I have my own version going on in my head to where I believe that the wine changed right as he was drinking it. Like, it still probably looked pale and everything, and the people were like, "Ooh, okay, we don't know about this, but..." And I've had my own experience with this too. So where it's getting down to the wire, and you're like, okay, I'm going to trust that I heard His voice, and I'm going to do this anyway, but things still don't look like they're lined up yet. And then you see the miracle. You see the miracle in following His voice. You trust that you've heard Him. You know that you've heard Him. Miracles happen. Okay, so do not let doubt keep you from taking action that may cause you to lose face, because God in His Word, and in His Word all things have their existence. And I read that wrong. Do not let doubt keep you from taking action that may cause you to lose face, because God is His Word, and in his word all things have their existence. Colossians 1 verse 17. All right, so in the face of this hasn't happened yet and I'm moving towards an event that requires it to be done, keep moving forward. That's the principle.